You have a straw.
It feels illegal.
Why? Oh, because it's plastic. Oh, remember restaurants and straws and the paper straws?
I found it in the back of the. I found a package in the back of the cupboard. I love drinking with a straw.
Why?
I don't know.
Because you like.
I drink more water if I drink out of a straw.
I remember when we were in Indonesia as little kids, we had curly straws, and so when you drank,
those were so fun. Except
probably hard to clean out.
Except when you drank chocolate milk with them.
And you had why?
Because they're hard to clean out.
You had recently glass straws.
Yeah.
In my brain, those don't compute. I just think of like, are they crack pipes that you're just using as straws?
Pipes. I got them for a friend.
Mm-hmm. You got your friend crack pipes?
Well, my friend probably won't think crack pipes, so...
Somebody gives me 4 glass straws. I'm like...
Back in the day of restaurants, my friend brought her own straw that she had bought on Amazon.
Bring your own straw. That's like, dedicated. Is it in a case? Like, is it in a... Like...
And it folds, and I was like, that's dedication.
Folds.
And then I was wondering, like, I guess they probably use a straw at home. And I was like, I don't like metal straws.
That's a commitment to straws. I just don't need that kind of commitment. Hey Jason, how you doing?
Good morning, Jason.
I just don't need that kind of commitment when it comes to strawing, drinking. I guess it's...
So I just have this old thing of straws, and I just reuse them. I just wash them and reuse them until I feel like throwing them out.
I get it. Okay, when it comes to the world of...
do you have to hit it again? What do you do? Oh my goodness, that's so fancy.
Oh, look, hey, look, everybody's
so
on.
Fancy. Good morning, everyone.
Oh, we're so fancy. What would your class, you know how they say you're a dog person or a cat person?
Yeah.
Very, very box oriented of people's categories, which I disagree with. You don't have to be in a box. But speaking of boxes.
Speaking of dogs.
Do you prefer sweeping or mopping?
Do you know what's happening behind you?
There's a little row. We just have to choose to ignore. Do you prefer sweeping or mopping? And then...
I feel like I'm on an African safari.
Do you prefer... Hey,
I'm on the African safari.
Do you prefer drying dishes? Do you prefer drying dishes or washing the dishes?
I prefer washing the dishes. I like to let them air dry.
And then do you prefer... Oh, so... Drying's not even in the equation. I'm just saying, would you prefer?
I don't want to try it.
And then would you prefer sweeping or mopping?
Do you want me to tell you why? Because the drying towels don't really get them dry. And so that just feels like
dry. I need it.
It just feels like an exercise in futility to me when it could air dry. Like, why
apparently
am I using
air drying is much more healthy.
Towel that doesn't actually absorb any liquid?
When we were in the treatment center, we always air dried the dishes. Okay, so then. Mopping or sweeping? Mopping or sweeping?
I would like to use my cordless vacuum.
So mopping or sweeping?
No. The cordless vacuum.
I feel that you're a mopper.
I am not a sweeper.
Or a mopper?
Yeah, I'm not a sweeper. Like, that just feels, I don't.
So I'm a mopper.
Throw the broom.
I'm a mopper, and then I'm a dishwasher, but I don't mind drying either. So I don't know if those two categories are separate or are they the fullness of boxes.
Your son would have a lot to say about this.
I know.
And your participation in the kitchen.
My participation in the kitchen. I do my best. That's all we can do is do our best and not be defined by the roles a broom or a dish gives us.
You've raised quite the...
But I do like mopping. I like mopping over sweeping, and I like drying more than washing.
Your son would have a lot to say about that.
I know.
You've raised an opinionated kitchen contributor.
12-year-old. I'm a 24-year-old.
He empties the dishwasher when it needs to be emptied. He cleans up after every meal.
I half emptied the dishwasher, so I can't wait till he wakes up, because if I just leave it like that, the chastisement.
He washes the dishes and he complains.
Karen likes vacuuming. Okay, we're going to get into our morning devos and get our Devo on, our couples Devo. Okay, have you arrived? Are you here? I feel like you've arrived.
Had to intentionally ask God this morning for a good day.
Okay.
That's what I did.
That's a good ask.
This morning, I woke and I asked God for a good day, for a clear head and presence of mind and a good day.
Joy.
And then I got out of bed.
Like a river. Or is it peace like a river? Joy like a fountain? Peace like a river?
Yeah. I got out of bed. I saw the snow and I wanted to be in a good mood.
Or go, could we do like a little snowball fight later? Okay. Stop touching the screen.
I love it though.
Okay. All right.
I'm an extrovert.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Mickey wants to touch everybody. The people. All right. Wants and needs. Oh my goodness. What did you pray for this morning?
A good day.
Did you want it or need it?
I want. The birds are still playing in the tree.
We have our cardinals, and that was a sign that of Jesus's blood, the red bird of the cardinal. And Nana has a story about praying for Jordan's surgery and all that stuff, and then there was a flock of birds that came in her backyard. It started with cardinals.
She asked. I don't know that she was convinced that he was supposed to have that surgery, and she was praying about it, and then she asked God for a sign. Please show me if this is the right thing for Jordan to have this surgery. Show me a cardinal. And she hadn't seen any cardinals in her backyard. And she was like, you show me a cardinal. And then she felt kind of like, she said she felt a little bit like, ooh, that's a big, like, why would I say that to God? Like, that's a big, who does that? Like, you shouldn't, test God or whatever. And then she went and there was like a cardinal, and then another one came, and then a whole bunch of birds.
And then they said like a flock, like there was like 100 birds in their backyard dancing.
And I wouldn't have prayed that never because happens. We always have cardinals in our backyard.
All right, wants and needs. Is wanting or needing a good day a want or a need? Maybe we'll find out. January the 21st, crushing January. Okay, part of taking responsibility for ourselves means taking responsibility for what we want and need and knowing that's okay to do. Learning to tune in to ourselves, learning to listen to ourselves is an art. It takes practice. We can use our ability to guess what others want and need and apply that skill to ourselves. What does it sound like? What does it sound like we might want and need? Question mark. What does it sound like we might want and need? What would we guess would help us feel better? These are questions we can ask ourselves. What are our feelings telling us? Our body telling us? Our mind telling us? Our intuition telling us? If we ask, then listen closely, we'll hear the answer. We are wiser than we think. We can be trusted. What we want and need counts. It's important and it's valid. It's okay to learn to participate in meeting our own needs. We can learn to identify what we want and need and be patient with ourselves while we're learning. Prayer for today. Today, I will pay attention to what I want and need. I will not discount myself. Amen. You have tears in your eyes.
I don't.
Oh, okay. What are you feeling?
Yeah, I think it's good. I think that, so the book is directed towards codependents. Codependents are very good, they think, at feeling other people's feelings. So before identifying that I'm codependent, I would maybe use the language that I am just like very sensitive and very in tune with other people's needs and emotions. And I would think of myself as a helper. I would think of myself as like very giving and very kind. And there's another thing that's going around on Facebook that I see about like highly sensitive people or and I'm not exactly sure that is how you want to be. I think it's maybe good to recognize that that's what's happening, but I actually don't think it's a good thing to be always feeling other people's feelings, being in tune with other people's needs and wants. And so I think this is...
And not being able to see yourself.
Yeah, and not being able to see your own. And so one of the things that I was thinking about this morning was like my role or like interacting with someone, and then like, how much do I actually need to think about, like, oh, what should I say back to that person? Like, what kind of responsibility do I have? And really, I have none. Like, I'm an adult, they're an adult. I don't have to say something, I don't have to overly engage or respond to a conversation. Like, I can just let them figure their stuff out. And so for me, what I need, what I would have thought I needed actually wasn't what I needed. And so I feel like this time, like this crazy pandemic time, has actually shown me, by forcing me to slow down so much, has actually shown me that actually I really benefit from more quiet, that I actually really benefit from a slower pace.
So really understanding what you actually do need.
Yeah. And so I would have thought that I operate very, very well at a really high pace. But there's some fallout from that, maybe. There's some, and I've started to realize that the cost of like being super efficient and operating at this really high pace, there's actually like a cost to that. So there's some side effects to that. And those side effects, I'm starting to feel like aren't necessarily worth it. Like, why am I operating at such a high pace? Like, it's actually not necessary. And to whose benefit was it? Was it so that I could feel really good about myself? So that I could feel really productive and really proud of myself? So I think that it's actually a really good practice to like quiet myself down. It's taken me a year.
Well, I think the language of taking part in responsibility of really understanding what my needs and wants are.
It's taken me a year.
Of like, I need to be still. I need to be silent. I need to do these things. But I like how you started off by inviting God into your want and need of a peaceful, awesome day.
Yeah. Like, I spent last spring feeling guilty all the time. Like, I'm just guilty all the time. And always feeling like I was doing something wrong. Oh, there's the cardinal again. And it would take me, and I wasn't, like, I didn't need, there was nothing that I mean, necessarily, there was really nothing wrong with what I was doing, because I was off work. I was supposed to be off work, and I was supposed to be, relaxing and learning a new way of living. And I was doing that, but I just was not used to just sitting on my deck with a cup of coffee.
And being still and enjoying the day without any expectations on how I can serve others. And all right, that is a good meditation for today. What are our wants and needs? And then inviting God to bring us to them or fill them or let him be a part of it. So what are your wants and needs? What are the things that you would want and need from this day? Whether it's seeing a bunch of cardinals or whether it's just being able to sit still with your mind being still. Lots of us have active minds and obsessive minds. And so what are your wants and needs today? You were going to say?
No, it's too long.
Okay. All right. Have a blessed day. And happy lockdown. Stay home. Wash your hands. All that fun stuff. We will see you later. Tonight we have Alpha starting. So if you want to join online Alpha, we have that starting. We have information on our social media. It's starting at 7:30 tonight. Online.
You can just message us for the link.
Yeah, do it. Okay, have a great afternoon. Crush it. Get your needs and wants done.
Stop it.
Bye.